Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. As you can probably tell by the smiles on our faces,
guest time.
Very special guest in the house. The patron saint of positivity, Ron Pakowski.
Thrilled to be back.
Welcome back.
It's lovely to see you, Ronnie boy.
You know what? My 11th video session with you guys.
11th video? Is it that many? Wow.
4 years ago, coming in March.
Today, we're diving into your bag again.
Yes.
It has been a while since we've looked at some new product in your bag. And definitely, I mean, there's a lot of potential movement in the bag for you this year.
Driver is 3 years old, but it's a G410, which means it's 4 years old.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of stuff. I mean, we're going to start with driver today, but
Yeah.
we'll probably have to do a series because you need some new stuff.
Yeah.
So 4 years, definitely legit test, assess, and
I know.
Would you agree with that?
Oh,
Yes.
we're over. When I had to look, and I'm, yeah, you're right. It's been a little while since you and I have had a dive in there.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of movement going to take place in that golf bag this year.
I'm excited. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Okay. Top of the bag, we've got the driver. G410 was good for you.
Loved it.
Al de la Caranta, 40 gram regular, 45 inches, a little heavy on the swing weight for what I would kind of ideally like to see for you. It's at D6, which is, it's a little on the heavy side.
Okay.
Something for Ronnie that you hit that really, really well. We know you do, and we just kind of trusted the fit last time. But we now have new options in the G430 range, and you and I were texting back and forth about some of these options and the new weight availability within the new kit. And I think we might be able to unlock more performance for you in a new driver. You're doing your bit. You're 68. Yep, time is doing what it does and moving on. But you're in great shape, as good as I've ever seen you look. You're looking fit and trim, and you're doing all the right stuff.
I'm trying my best.
Yeah, you put in the work, So if you do that, then there's a slowing of that decline in speed. So I don't feel like for Ronnie we should be really accepting that speed has to be going down for you at this point.
And that's where I am too. I'm not ready to do that yet, to accept that. So,
Great.
So the weight, it's the 206 head weight. That's the big guy, right?
Yeah, I mean it's the heavy.
It's heavy.
Yeah, it's the high MOI story. It's pulled back. It's designed for stability. All those things we've kind of seen at the time. At certain times, being able to or curvature's gotten a little aggressive. At times. So this was such a good combination. We've probably seen longer drivers for Ronnie than this. But,
yeah, fair.
This was just such a good balance of all
very, very balanced. Yeah.
Loved it.
All right, let's hit a few. Let's reacquaint ourselves with the numbers, and then we've got some clubs set aside here that we think could be very good for you.
It's a great start, Ronnie.
Just a typical Ronnie drive.
Up the pipe.
If you were to ask me your numbers, I'd say 220 total, 205 carry. It would be what I normally would perform.
And no one, I don't think, would argue with the total being on an average fairway a little bit less than 229.
Sure.
So your 206 carry, right on your number, what you said there. So your 226.6 ball speed, 16 launch, 2200 spin, right down the pipe, bit of shape. Club delivery wise, you've caught it a little off the nose, but okay. Pretty good.
Pretty good, yeah.
Pretty good start.
Great
Another beauty, Ronnie. Guys, as you can see, Ronnie is a gamer. Ronnie is somebody who plays the game of golf to maximize potential of his game on any given day, and you can see that. I mean, this is a drive that's built for good scoring. Could he hit it slightly longer? Yes. But
hopefully we'll find out today if he can.
Yeah. But 200 yards is where I'm sure in days, Ronnie, if it's wet fairways or it's a little bit of an uphill drive, you can find yourself a little further back than you would like. Would you say the carry distance, gain in carry distance back would be the goal?
I'm gonna defer to my friend here, Maddie, who knows my course a little bit better than you do.
Yeah, been a long time since I've played
My course sits technically on the Canadian Shield.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Force carries, rock formations, dog legs, elevation changes. So your point about carry is huge. I kind of worked in my head, if I could get 10 more yards of carry, what would that mean? It was massive because of power shoots going downhill, avoiding uphills. massive. If I can pick up 10 yards of carry.
So if we had you 210 or 215 carry, maybe a little less roll, that might be a huge achievement.
Well, I mean, you know my course. Would you not agree that
kind of 100%.
makes sense?
Yeah, 100%. Yep.
Okay.
All right, one more.
Yeah, and I'm going to soften the ground because I think if we can maximize, I don't want to kind of over exaggerate what we feel like the ball is doing here from a total.
Especially because where Ronnie's course is, they do get some rain and it can play soft. That might be even better than the first two.
Yeah, it's really good.
But I can see how right there's holes where you need that extra 10 yards of carry. Because you're very consistent. You're 202, you're 201, you're 203 carry. It's kind of optimized, but I do understand the need for potentially not relying on roll. Is that kind of what we're talking about here? Let's not rely on roll because it may not always be there.
Yes.
If you hit into an uphill, you're not going to roll. If you hit into soft fairway.
Great job.
All right, we got one to start with.
Let's dive right into TSR1.
Okay.
You and I haven't really messed around
I'm
too
excited
much with
to see
that
this
one
get hit. Yeah.
Okay, Ronnie, don't often do this, but in certain scenarios in the bay, I'll just pull a club from someone straight away. It's just never going to deliver enough loft for you. So if we look at where that dynamic loft is, I was one ball in, this big of a gap in dynamic loft.
Oh, wow.
Right? And look at the delivery, because I don't want you to feel downhearted about what you've just done there. You actually hit it slightly more up the head, you've same angle of attack, same path, pretty much the same face. Everything was the same speed, actually more speed. More
speed, yeah.
But you just can't keep enough loft on it with this one. So in no scenario is this going to work for you. Just exactly as we would in any fit. If I saw that in somebody's hands, I'm just going, don't waste one more swing on that. Nice, Ronnie.
Great.
A little bit more air under that one. Good. Out towards, close to equaling the best carry that we saw.
We snuck a yard. Okay.
Yep.
We're moving.
We're good. Because your one tends to hang in the toe a little bit. I do think that there's an element of, with your driver, the head weight is very heavy relative to the shaft weight, and there's probably a little bit of downward deflection on that as well. So one thing
promoting a toe strike?
and I was noticing with Ronnie's driver, Matty, that the dynamic lie angle was very flat.
Oh wow. That's crazy.
So 1.5 degree toe up versus now it's 6 degrees toe up. So I really felt a deflection, like Ronnie's ping was really deflecting downward, and that was affecting his ability to hit it in the centre of the club.
Sounded well hit. Curious where that strike is. Maybe it was a bit lower.
I was going to say that, Matty. Yep. I think you're spot on.
Because you made a great pass at it.
Yeah,
but it's great to see it less toe side, though. It's nice to see that. That sounded great, Ronnie.
Okay, Ronnie, so not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
Lots of potential, this thing.
Yeah, it's...
You're striking it better.
Striking it good, so there are some good things to be learned from that alone. And that we're able to move the strike over a little bit. Really good.
These numbers are really cool. Look how similar some
so
of that
similar.
The magic sauce may be in the newer version of Ronnie's driver.
Yeah.
So
really
what we've done is we've set it up exactly the way Ronnie plays it plus big plus.
Yeah.
We've gone with the 12 degree in the big plus setting. Bit of a counterbalance shaft with the Nemesis 45, and then 17 gram weight. So it's about D0, D1.
Yeah.
I mean, that's different.
Love that, Ronnie. Pretty good, Ronnie.
Pretty good, yeah.
That's got more carry on it.
It looks like it's flying much further, no? Oh yeah, there you go.
Attaboy, Ronnie.
So that's the first time we've seen a boost in carry. Yeah.
Yeah. That was
210 almost.
Yeah, nice strike. Ronnie, you nailed it with the launch angle. You said it early on, what we're looking for, 17. So I think 17 launch will give you potential for great launch conditions, but it will drop your ball speed a little bit.
Right.
So I think that's where 14, 15 launch will keep your 130 ball speed, but that was the best carry today.
We've gone technically 3 yards more carry than where we started. Not the best strikes, but if you look at his numbers, otherwise they're all identical. Yeah. We just got a little more carry out of it from higher launch and same spin. So we're getting there.
Okay.
It's really well hit.
How'd that feel, Ronnie?
It felt soft, one of the better
strikes.
Hits in the last.
Good.
That sounded pretty good too.
Yeah, it sounded solid coming back.
Yeah.
Maybe just not quite enough spin.
That looked good. Sounded solid to me. That's another good carry.
Really
there.
nice, Ronnie.
Longest drive
Get
of the
on the
day.
line.
There we go, 209 carry.
I mean, I'd give an awful lot for another degree of loft right now. I just feel like we need one more degree of loft, and we're really going to be onto something.
We're set at plus already, correct?
We're already set at plus.
Yeah. What about, I know we're going to hit a couple more shots, but considering what you just showed, we improved the carry 6 yards, which is great.
Yeah.
Could you ask Ping to digitally loft to 12 and a half and then loft that up and give Ronnie the 14 that he might want?
You definitely could. That's something within the Ping program that you can ask them for a specially selected head.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if we could get it without having to go plus, then we would lose a little bit of the shape, which would be great.
Right.
So yeah, if we could get it static 13 and then maybe go small plus.
Just have to ask what they have.
Exactly.
We'll table that for now. We'll try something else.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want you to hit this one quickly, Ronnie. See if there's something to be learned from the new Zexio.
Certainly didn't look low.
It was high. 92, Ronnie.
Okay, so you are swinging faster right away.
Straight away.
It may not have been the result.
It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't the strike. It was a little bit on the high side, but 204 on the carry. Obviously overcooked it. With the draw, there's a little bit. We don't have a weight system here to stabilize the toe strike. So,
fair.
But let's see if 92 miles an hour for Ronnie is something he can build on.
Nice swing. Looked like you had some zip to it. That certainly flew 220.
220.
So why is the question?
Speed.
Great strike and more speed.
Yeah. So when you can have more going into it, 120, call it 29 ball speed with high launch and low spin. There's like you say it well all the time. Are we learning something from every club? We are learning something from this. That 88 miles an hour is what we thought you were. Now you're 92. So that was a below par strike for you at 1.40 efficiency, and you're gaining 15 yards on the fly.
So imagine that at 1.46, which is what we were getting with G430.
Definitely.
You might be 133 ball speed.
Okay, don't overthink it. Just step right in, and we're changing it up. Stay in there.
That's interesting.
Nice, Ronnie. I mean, this is the 505. If I had my choice, I'd have probably in the 405. But 212 carry is really nice, Matchy boy.
Pretty much one of the best ones we've seen today.
Yeah, and a big thing for Ronnie is just over there, 5.2 degrees open to the target.
Right.
Close to the path. We know we've got toe strikes, so that's going to turn it back for us. But if we can keep it open to the target, at least we can push the start line to the right.
Good to see that. That's the carry we're looking for. That's really what we said at the start of the fit.
And I think for Ronnie, building the confidence there, he's up at 91 miles an hour, club head speed again.
Yep.
With the stability of the Ping head, that maybe we lost a little bit of that with the Zexio.
True.
We're kind of ticking all the boxes here.
swing there. A little more carry.
It's actually coming out really hot, this one.
It is, yeah.
You know, good speed. I think the hot look to me in the ball flight is the low spin.
Yeah.
It's got to be the best one.
Has to be. Sounded really slow. Oh my goodness. Oh. Yeah, there you go.
You always do this. Every time we do one of these sessions, you hit that one that Matt and I go, oh, that was it.
Look at the ball speed.
Yeah, 14 launch, 22 in the spin, 131, 90 miles an hour, 217. So, you know, that's all of our, you know, ducks in a row there.
That was an efficiency play, wasn't it?
Totally. So I think where we go from here is we probably still want together to hit the 404, 405. We want to probably still hit the Autoflex 405. Yeah, I think something in the mid 40s is still the right gram weight for you. You know, we saw the speed you were getting from Zexio. Can't ignore what 92 could potentially give you in terms of ball speed.
So a couple things you might want to do is, one, would you order Ronnie a digitally lofted head that's closer to 13?
Yeah.
And order him an Autoflex 405 instead of the 505.
That's without a doubt.
Because we've already improved with what we've got, but you might get to 216, 217 like we saw. The best was 217 with a little more loft and a little lighter shaft.
Totally. Yep. I think that's exactly where we're going with this. Really encouraging signs. More speed than you thought you had, more output than you thought you were going to get. And I actually think that with the 405 built correctly, we talked a little bit about a grip, potentially exploring with a grip. Larger.
Right.
And potentially allow us to offset a little bit that 17 grams that went into the head, so we can bring the swing weight out a little bit.
Okay.
So I think there's some stuff that we can also do.
Wow.
We have a little bit of a kind of to be continued with Ronnie. We've got other parts of his bag, and we'll definitely update you on how the build goes with the 430 with the 17 gram weight Autoflex 405. That length was playing 45 and a half. So a little bit longer than what you've had, but when we see the head configured properly for Ronnie, we can see he controls it really, really nicely. So definitely more upside in that little dispersion sort of story there. Ronnie's a good driver of the golf ball. We can't take away his strength. We just have to add to his, don't want to call it a weakness, but the part of his game that he needs more of, which is distance. Yeah. So as long as we can do that, we're adding to Ronnie's repertoire, which is most important.
Love it. Yeah, good session.
Good stuff. All right, guys, stay tuned for more. We'll see you again soon.